Hello, Steve Jones 313 here, also known as the Unpaid Counsellor and the Chairman of DA Corner. Steven Caulfield coming to you with my first video blog ever. Just something I thought I'd try out, a bit of a laugh. If you want to read my written blogs and read up all my work, please visit stevejones313.deviantart.com. Right, like I said, it's the first ever one, so I'll just give you a quick update on the situation. Basically, I am injured, bad back, due to an accident I had at work. Because of those injuries, I am unemployed at the moment, now looking for new type of work. A bit of a bitch really, but shit happens. I'm on painkillers now, and I'm going to be meeting up with my old physiotherapist again to basically restart all the hard work we've done to get my back in a more fighting fit state. So now we've got to redo all that thanks to a certain employment agency who may or may not be getting their arse kicked in a court of law. We don't know. It may happen. So that's the situation. I'm just going to speed ahead because obviously with these vlogs, YouTube likes it to be about 10 minutes. They like to get away with a little bit more than that, so I'm just going to try and keep it down as much as I can. Quick update to let you know what's happening. Yeah, I'm trying to get back into the writing things of DNOT. I'm trying to ease myself back into DNOT in the writing world. So just to give you my position on faving and all that. People who have been expecting me to comment on their works, right now I don't comment on people's works. Not because I can't be asked, simply because my head hasn't been in it. I've had a lot of personal problems trying to deal with them. I'm really sorry, but I am going to start trying to comment as much as possible. However, whilst commenting I can do, critique I'm only going to reserve critique for writers. I'm sorry, but I'm not a visual artist. I cannot offer you any critique that's going to help you if you are a visual artist. If you specifically request it, I may be able to, but in most cases, you will the only comments you'll probably get are, "Nice, this is cool, that's cute." I'm sorry, I can't be of any more help. If you specifically request it, like I said, I may be able to. But again, that's if and when. Writers, again, I can't critique every single person because I watch over 100 people and most of them are writers. I can't critique everything, but every now and then I'll see something which I feel the need to critique and I'll jump in. Other than that, you can expect the comments, but you are more likely to get a critique of me without asking than a visual artist and a photographer. Speaking of written works, I'm looking to get back into the written works. I have been looking at the commissions I owe. I owe Helen a commission for a birthday last year, so I'm going to try and get that done in the next week. And do I owe anybody else commission? I don't think I owe anybody else commission. If I owe you a commission, please contact me on either MSN at the_wandering_angel@hotmail.com, or send me a note on DeviantArt to remind me of what that commission was, and I will get that done as soon as I can for you. Right, okay. I just want to quickly ask people a question because it's something that's been bothering me for quite a while. It's one of these rants I just want to get over and done with. Vegetarians, I respect you, but you confuse me, and I just wonder if you can clear something up for me. You see, if you disagree with me, feel free to tell me. I'm not here to belittle you or to call you idiots or whatever. I just want you to understand my point of view, and maybe we can work together to kind of understand each other. But as far as I'm concerned, as far as I can see, there are two types of vegetarians. There's a trauma vegetarian and an illogical vegetarian. A trauma vegetarian is someone who becomes a vegetarian because they've seen, witnessed, or been forced to view the cruelty involved in killing an animal to turning it into food or clothing or whatever. That's completely understandable. I can understand their point of view, no problem. It's the people who are vegetarian for either moral reasons or a healthy lifestyle reason. These are the two kind of, these are illogical vegetarians as I call them. I don't get. I was hoping if you fit into this category, I'm hoping you could help me. Basically, the two major arguments for being a vegetarian for these people, number one, it's healthier. It's a healthier lifestyle. It's better for you. Well, that's not true. You have no real scientific basis for that. All science has shown is that vegetarianism is an alternate lifestyle to meat if it was bought through an omnivorous diet. Some people have to eat meat, some people can't eat meat. That's the way the world works. Some people can adapt their bodies to go from rejecting meat and just having vegetables. Some can, but some can't. So to say that vegetarianism is a healthier lifestyle is completely wrong. I'm sorry, but you are wrong in saying that. It may work for you, but not for everybody else. So, I mean, if your argument is it's a better lifestyle for me, as in for you personally, then that is perfectly fine, and I'm not going to argue with you. But if you're saying that everybody should adopt it because it's a healthier lifestyle overall, you are wrong. And I would like to know why you think you are right, because there is no scientific basis in what you're claiming. Now, if you can prove, you can say, oh yeah, this is definitely true, then that's fine, but I've read scientific studies, and all it shows is that while there is a correlation between people who are living longer in vegetarianism, there also happens to be several people who lived over the age of 90 who are meat eaters, and a bunch of vegetarians who died when they were 30 because of bad hearts or whatever. So really, you've got no scientific basis in that. I'm not saying that vegetarianism is an unhealthy lifestyle, I'm simply saying that all vegetarianism is an alternate lifestyle, which can be adopted by some and not by others. Just like some people can eat meat and some people can't. So I don't understand your lifestyle reason. I really, really don't. Unless it works specifically for you, fine. But if you're prescribing it as a general, a general lifestyle for people because it's healthier overall for everyone, I'm sorry, you're wrong. I would like to know why you think that's the case. Now, this is the one, that's pretty much black and white, I suppose. This one's really, really grey. It's the moral argument. There are two types of moral arguments that some vegetarians take. The first one is, animals have the same right to live as humans do. This makes no sense to me, because a lioness will kill an antelope and eat it. Yeah, we will not question that. We'll say, yep, okay, that's the animal kingdom. But if we kill an animal, that's wrong. Well, why? Don't we have the same rights? We all have the same right to live. Okay, well, if a lioness kills an antelope, then do we A, punish the lioness, or B, do we not just state that we also have the right to kill that animal because we have the same rights? What's the difference? Why are animals allowed to kill animals and humans aren't? If we all have the right to live. Your moral argument makes no sense. I will go into a lot more detail, but I'm kind of stuck with a 10-minute window. But my basic point is, if you're going to say that animals have the same right to live as humans, then answer me this: why is it okay then for a lioness to kill an antelope and eat it, but it's not okay for us to kill a cow, if it's just the food chain? Now, for the people who would argue on the other side of the moral argument that we are above animals, and therefore, because we have the ability to make a moral choice as to not eat animals, we should make that choice. But again, why? Why should we make that moral choice? What makes not killing an animal moral? Is it the fact that it has the right to live? Well, if we're above animals, as you've just stated, if we are above animals because we make moral choice, does it matter? After we're above them. I don't necessarily agree with that argument. I'm simply posting it as a possible critique of that argument. However, let me give something I do agree with. It's like, some people say, well, it's morally wrong to kill an animal cruelly. Perhaps, but again, animals don't really care about the cruelty towards animals. They really don't. And to be honest with you, it's the whole idea of morals when it comes to killing. What if you kill an animal humanely? Or what if an animal dies of old age? Would you still not eat an animal? Sorry, not old age, but natural causes. Say a cow had a heart attack, but the meat was perfectly fine. You still wouldn't eat meat because it's an animal. But if that's the case, if you have a moral coding which says, I'm not eating animals because it's cruel to kill them for food. Well, if they die of natural causes, and you still won't eat it, but that's your moral reason, then you have no basis to make that argument. To me, it makes a little sense why vegetarians exist, in the sense of a moral choice. Where do morals come into it? Now, let me ask you this. If there was a humane way of killing them, basically, I don't know, a shot to the head or something, they are breeded to be eaten, or something like that, right? Can you suggest, to you, is there any situation where it's okay to eat meat? If so, what is the moral problem with eating meat? That's what I want to know. What is the moral issue? Because on one side you've got people saying, well, all animals have the right to live. Well, if all animals have the right to live, then the antelope has the right to live. But yet we don't punish the lioness. If your argument is we are above animals because we have the ability to make more choice, then what does it matter? Comments are appreciated. Please send them to stevejones.deviant.com. Thank you very much.